we see previous videos, features of macroeconomics. Today we will see meaning of macroeconomics. That means we see in this video macroeconomics. You know that what is meant by macroeconomics. Macro means large, and this word derived from Greek word MAKRO, macro, and it means large or aggregate. So today we will see in this video what is meant by microeconomics, definition, scope of macroeconomics, pictures of macroeconomics. So let's start macroeconomics. Meaning of macroeconomics. Macroeconomic is the branch of economics which analyzes the entire economy, that means whole economy. It deals with the total employment, national income, national output, total investment, total consumption, total saving, general price level, interest rate, inflation, trade cycle, business fluctuation, etc. Thus microeconomic is the study of aggregate. That means microeconomic is a aggregative economic units, that means whole economic. So it is study total employment, national income, national output, aggregate demand, aggregate supply, aggregate consumption, aggregate saving, total investment, etc. So it is said aggregative economic. Next, see definition of macroeconomics. So J.L. Hansen, what is the say? J.L. Hansen says macroeconomic is that branch of economic which consider the relationship between large aggregate such as volume of employment, total amount of saving, investment, national income, etc. Second definition, Professor Carl Shapiro. Macroeconomics deal with the functioning of the economy as a whole. So let's see scope of macroeconomics. That means subject matter of microeconomics. That means microeconomic we have studied which branches or which study. So first, theory of income and employment. What is meant by theory of income and employment? That means in macroeconomics, analysis explain how the level of national income and employment is determined. Then to understand the determination of the level of income and employment is also study the determination of aggregate supply, aggregate demand, consumption function, investment function, and business cycle. Macroeconomic also examine interrelationship between income and employment, causes of fluctuation in income and employment, and suggest policies to solve the problem related to these variables. This is a theory of income employment. Then second point, theory of general price level and inflation. Microeconomic analysis shows how the general level of prices is determined and further explain what causes fluctuation in it. Then theory of price level study the causes of effects of inflation and deflation and suggest economic policies to tackle these problems. Next one, theory of growth and development. You know that what is meant by economic growth and economic development. So theory of growth and development. Microeconomic study the causes of underdevelopment and poverty in poor countries and suggest the strategies for the accelerating growth and development in them. Growth theory also deals with the problems related to full utilization of increased productive capacity in developed countries. It also explains how the higher rate of growth with stability can be achieved in these countries. Next point, theory of distribution. That means macro theory of distribution. What is meant by macro theory of distribution? Macro theory of distribution deals with the relative shares of rent, wages, interest, and profit in the total national income. That means microeconomic explain the determination of relative shares from the total national income of the various classes, especially workers and capitalists. That means this theory explain determination of relative shares of wages and profit in the national income. Micro theory of distribution thus deals with the relative shares of rent, wages, interest, and profit in the total national income. So, study of public finance, international trade, monetary and fiscal policy are also subject matter of microeconomics. I hope you understand scope of macroeconomics. Then next point, features of macroeconomics. So students, listen carefully. First point is a features of macroeconomics. First, study of aggregates. We know that what is meant by aggregate. Aggregate means whole. So microeconomics deal with the study of economic as a whole. It is concerned with the aggregate concept such as national income, national output, national employment, general price level, business cycle. These are aggregative concept in economic. You know that what is meant by income. Income, then aggregative national income. You know that output, aggregative national output. Employment, aggregative national employment. Price level, you know that aggregative general price level. These are okay. Second point, income theory. What is meant by income theory? Or second features of macroeconomics income theory. Macroeconomics study the concept of national income, its different element, method of measurement and social accounting. Macroeconomics deals with the aggregate demand and aggregate supply. It explains the causes of fluctuation in the national income that leads to business cycle. That means inflation and deflation. That means macroeconomics is also known as theory of income and employment or simply income analysis. Macroeconomics explain what determines the level of national income and employment and what causes fluctuation in them. Further, it explains the growth of national income over a long period of a time. This is a income analysis or income theory. Third point is a general equilibrium analysis. So, what is meant by general equilibrium analysis? So, microeconomics deal with the behavior of large aggregate and their fundamental relationship. General equilibrium deals with the behavior of demand, supply, and price in the whole economy. That means macroeconomic is the study of behavior of large aggregate economic unit. Large aggregate economic unit. That means aggregate demand, aggregate supply, etc. This means large aggregate economic unit. Next point is a interdependence. What is meant by interdependence? Macro analysis take accounts of interdependence between aggregative economic variables such as income, output, employment, investment, price level, etc. These are aggregative economic variables and this relationship interdependence. So for example, it explains how change level of investment will finally change the level of national income, output and employment and eventually the level of economic growth. This is a interdependence. Next point is a lumping method. Lumping method is the study of whole economy rather than its parts. According to Professor Bolding, forest is an aggregation of trees, but it does not reveal the properties of an individual tree. This reveals the difference between microeconomics and macroeconomics. You know that in macroeconomics, which method use? Slicing method. Slicing method opposite lumping method. Slicing means one by one slice and lumping means whole, total. So this is a lumping method and it is used in macroeconomics. Then next, growth models. What is mean by growth models? See, in macroeconomic studies various factors that contribute to economic growth and development. It is useful in developing growth models. These growth models are used for studying economic development. For example, Mahalanobis growth model emphasizes on basis heavy industries. Next point, general price level. Determination and changes in general price level are studied in macroeconomics. General price level is the average of all price of goods and services currently being produced in the economy. Price level. What is mean by general price level? Price levels means price of goods and services currently. So how to determination general level of prices, and this theory of price level study the causes of effects inflation and deflation and suggest economic policies to tackle these problems. This is a general price level. That means in simple word, macroeconomics analysis shows how the general level price of determination. Next point, policy oriented. See, according to Keynes, macroeconomic is a policy oriented science. It suggests suitable economic policies to promote economic growth, generate employment, control to inflation and depression, etc. That means macroeconomics analysis help in formulating suitable economic policies to promote economic growth, to generate employment, to control inflation, to pull the economy out of depression, etc. This is a policy oriented. So these are features of macroeconomics. Okay students, I hope you understand.